That's your name. Macbeth's castle. Anteroom. Enter a doctor, a psychic, and a waiting gentlewoman. I have for 2 nights watched with you, but can perceive no truth in your report. When was it she last walked?
Since His Majesty went into the field. I've seen her rise from her bed, throw off her nightgown upon her, unlock her chest, take forth paper, fold it, write upon it, and read it. Afterwards seal it, and again return to bed. And all this while, in a most vast sleep. A great perturbation of nature, to receive at once the benefit of sleep, and do the effects of watching in this slumbery agitation besides her walking and other actual performances. What at any time have you heard her say? That, sir, I will not report after her.
You may to me, and it's most meet you should.
Neither to you nor anyone,
having no witness to confirm my speech. Enter Lady Macbeth with a tapper.
Lo, you, here she comes. This is her very guise, and upon my life fast asleep observe her, standing close.
How came she by that light?
Why, it stood by her. She has a light by her continually. It is her command.
You see, her eyes are open. Ah, but their sense is shut. When is it she does now? Look how she rubs her hands.
It is a custom action with her to seem thus. Washing her hands, I've known her to continue this a quarter of an hour. Yet, here is Spot.
Hark, she speaks. I will set down what comes from her, to satisfy my remembrance the more strongly.
Oh, damn, Spot. Out, I say. 1, 2, why then it's time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie. A soldier interfered. What need we fear? Who knows it, when none can call on our power to account? Yet who would have thought the old man to have so much blood in him? Do you mark that? The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What will these hands near be clean? No more. Oh, that, my lord, no more of that. You maul with this starting.
Go to, go to.
You've known what you should not. She spoke what she should not. I'm sure of that. Heaven knows what she has known. Here's the smell of blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Oh, oh, oh.
What a sign is there? The heart is sorely charged.
I would call not to have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body.
Well, well, well.
Pray God it to be, sir.
The disease is beyond my practice, yet I've known those who walked in their sleep, who've died wholly in their beds.
Wash your hands, put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I'll tell you yet again. Banquo's buried. He cannot come out unscathed.
Even so.
To bed, to bed. There's a knocking at the gate. Come, come, come. Give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed, to bed, to bed.
Exit. Lady Macbeth. Will she now to bed?
Directly.
Far whisperings are abroad, unnatural deeds to breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds with their deaf pillows would discharge their secrets. More needs she the divine than the physician. God, forgive us all. Look after her, remove her from the means of all annoyance, and still keep eyes upon her. So good night. My mind she is mated, and amazed my sight. I think, but dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
The countryside near Dunstrain. Drum and colours. Enter Menthrin, Catherinus, Angus, Lennox, and soldiers. The English power is near, led on by Malcolm, his uncle Stuart, and the good Macduff. Revengers burn in them for their dear causes. Would to the bleeding and grim alarm excite mortified man. Nebeman would. Shall we, We'll meet them. That way are they coming. Who knows if Dunderbane be with his brother? For certain, sir, he is not. I have a file on all the gentry there, his steward's son, and many unrough feuds that even now protest their first of manhood. What of that tyrant? Great Dunane he strongly fortifies. Some say he's mad, others the letter hate him, so called in his valiant fury. But for certain he cannot buckle his emperor's cause within the belt of rule. How does he feel? His secret murders sticking on his hands, now minutely revolts, unbraid his fair speech, true he commands, move only in command, nothing in love. Now does he feel his title hang loose about him, like a giant's robe upon a dwarf's chief? Who then shall blame his pestered senses to recoil and start, when all this is within him does condemn itself for being there? Well, march on, to give obedience where this is truly owed. Meet we the medicine and the sickly wed, and with him pour we in the country purge, each drop of us, or so much as it needs, to dew the sovereign flower that drowns the weeds. Make we our march towards Burnham. Exit marching. Dunstane. A room in Macbeth's castle. Enter Macbeth, Doctor, and attendants. Bring me no more reports. Let them fly all, till Burnham wood remove, Dunstane. I cannot take the with fear. What's that boy Malcolm? Was he not born of a woman? The spirits know, or mortal consequences can pronounce me thus. Fear not, Macbeth. No man that's born of a woman shall e'er to have the power upon thee. Then fly both thanes and mingle with the English executors. The mind I sway by, and the heart I bear, shall never sag with doubt, nor shake with fear. Enter a servant. A devil damn thee black, thou cream-faced loon. Where got'st thou that goose look? There is 10,000 geese, villain. Soldiers, sir. Go prick thy face, and over-red thy fear, thou livy-livered boy. What soldiers patch? Death of thy soul, thy linen cheeks of thine are counsellors to fear. What soldiers we face? The English force, to please you. Take thy face hence. Exit servant. Satan! I am sick at heart when I behold Satan, I say. This pash will cheer me ever. To seek me now. I've lived long enough. My way of life is fallen into sere. The yellow leaf that would accompany old age, as honour, love, obedience, troops of friends, I must not look to have. But in their stead, curses, not loud but deep, mouth honour, breath, which the poor heart would fain deny, and dare not. Satan! Enter Satan. What is your gracious pleasure? What news more? All is confirmed, my lord, which was reported. I'll fight, till for my bones my flesh be hacked. Give me my armour, it is not needed yet. I'll put it on, send out more horses, scur the country round, hang those that talk of fear. Give me mine armour. How does your patient, doctor? Not so sick, my lord, as she is troubled with thinly coming fancies that keep her from her rest. Cure her of that. Canst thou not minister a mild deceased, pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow, gaze out of the written troubles of the man, and with some sweet obvious antidote cleanse the soft bosom of the perilous stuff which weighs upon the heart? Therein the patient must minister to himself. Thou psychic, to the dogs. I'll learn out of it. Come, put mine armour on. Give me my staff. Satan, send out. Doctor, the thanes fly from me. Come, sir, dispatch. If thou couldn't, doctor, cast the water of my land. Find a disease, and purge it to the sound, and pristine health. And I would applaud thee to the very echo, that should applaud again. Full stop, I say. What rhubarb, say now, or what purgative drug would scour these English hence? Hear'st thou of them? Ay, my good lord. Your royal preparation makes us hear something. Bring it out from me. I will not be afraid of death and pain, till Burnham Forest come to Dunsin. Exit all but the doctor. Ride from Dunsin away and clear. Prophet again should hardly draw me near. Exit. Countryside near Burnham Wood. Drum and colours. Enter Malcolm, Seward, and young Seward, Macduff, Menteith, Katniss, Angus, Lennox, Ross, and soldiers marching. Cousins, I hope the day are near at hand. The chambers will be safe. We doubted nothing. What wood is this before us? The wood of Burnham. You let every soldier hew him down a bough, and bear it before him. Thereby shall we shadow the numbers of our host, and make discovery ere in report of us. It shall be done. We learn no other, but the confident tyrant keeps still in Dunamain, and will endure our setting down before it. It is made hope for where he the advantages to be given. Both more and less have given him revolt, and none serve him but constrained things whose hearts are absent too. Let our censors attend their true event, and put we on industrial soldiership. The time approaches that will due decision make us known. What we shall say we have and what we owe. Thoughts speculative to their unsure hopes relate, but certain issues stroke must operate, towards which advance the war. Exit marching. Dunsinane, within Macbeth's castle. Enter Macbeth, Satan, and soldiers, with drum and colours. Hang out your hammers on the outward walls. The city is still. They come. Our castle strengthened will laugh a siege to scorn. Here, let them lie till famine and the ague eat them up, where they are not forced with those that should be ours. We might have met them dreadful, beard to beard, and beat them backward home. A cry of a woman within. What is that noise? It is the cry of a woman, my good lord. Exit. I have almost forgot the taste of beers. The time has begun. My senses would have cooled to hear a night streak, and my veil of hair would at a dismal treece rouse and stir, as life were in it. I have supped full with honours, dearness, familiar to my slaughterous thoughts, cannot once start me. Re-enter Satan. Wherefore was that cry? The queen, my lord, is dead. She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps this pity pace from day to day, to the last syllable of recorded time, and all our yesterdays have lighted fools, this way to the dusty depth. Out, out, brief candle, life's nothing but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Enter a messenger. Thou comest to use thy tongue, thy story quickly. Gracious my lord, I should report that which I say I saw, but now not how to do it. Well, say it, sir. As I did stand my watch upon the hill, I looked towards Burnham, and anon methought the wood began to move. Liar and slave! Let me endure your wrath, if it not be so. Within this 3 mile may you see it coming. I say a moving grove. If thou speakest forth, upon the next tree shalt thou hang alive, till famine cling thee. If thy speech be sooth, I care not if thou for me as much. I put in resolution, and begin not to doubt the explanation of the fiend that lies the truth. Fear not till Burnham Wood do come to Dunsinane, And now a wood comes towards Dunsinane. Arm out. If this which he advocates does appear, there is no flying hence, no tarrying here. I can aware of the sun, and wish the state of the world were now undone. Ring the alarm bell, blow, wind, come, rack. At least we'll die with harness on our back. Dunsinane, before Macbeth's castle, drum and colours. Enter Malcolm, Seward, Macduff, and the army with bows. Now near enough, your leafy screens throw down, and show, like those you are, your worthy uncle shall, with my cousin, your right noble son, lead our first battle, worthy Macduff, and we shall take upon what else remains to do according to our order. Fare you well. Now we but find the tyrant's power tonight. Let us be beaten if we cannot fight. Make all our trumpets speak, give them all breath, those clamorous harbingers of blood and death. Another part of the field, outside Macbeth's castle. Alooms. Enter Macbeth. They have tied me to a stake. I cannot fly, but bear me like. I must fight the course. What he that was not born of woman, such a one, am I to fear of none? Enter young Seward. What is thy name? Thou wouldst be afraid to hear it. No, thou should call thyself a hotter name than Annie is in hell. My name's Macbeth. The devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear. No, none more fearful. Thou liest, a poor tyrant. With my sword I'll prove thy lie. Thou speakest. They fight, and young Seward is killed. Thou wast born of a woman, but swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn, banished by man that's of a woman born. Exit. Alums. Enter Macduff. Thou wear the noises, tyrant, show thy face, if thou hast been slain, and with no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts will haunt me still. I cannot strike at wretched carns, whose arms are hired to bear their slaves. Either thou, Macbeth, or else my sword with an unbattered edge I sheathe again undeeded. Alums. There thou shouldst be, by this great clatter, one of great note seems protruded. Let me find him fortune, and more I beg not. Exit. Alums. Enter Malcolm and Seward. This way, my lord, the castle's gently rendered, the tyrant's people on both sides do fight, the noble thanes do bravely in war. The day almost itself professes yours, and little is to do. We have met with foes that strike beside us. Enter, sir, the castle. Another part of the field. Enter Macbeth. Why should I play the Roman fool, and die on mine own sword, while I see lives the gashes do better upon them? Enter Macduff. Turn, hellhound, turn! Of all men else, I have avoided thee. But get back thee, my soul is too much charged with blood of thine already. I have no words, my voice is in my sword, thou bloody villain, that terms can give thee out. They fight. Thou lowest labour, as easy mayst thou the entrancement air, with thy keen sword impress as make me bleed. Let fall thy blade on vulnerable cress. I bear charmed life, which must not yield to one of woman born. Despair thy charm, and let the angel who thy still hath served tell thee, Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely ripped. Accursed be the tongue that tells me so, for it hath cowed my better part of man, and be these juggling frains no more believed, that palter with us in double sense, that keep the word of promise in our ear, and break it to our hope. I'll not fight with thee. Then yield thee, coward, and live to be the show, and gaze over the time. We'll have thee as our rarer monsters are, painted upon a pole, and unwrit, here may you see the tyrant. I will not yield. To kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet, and to be baited with the rabble's curse. To Burnham Wood be come to Dunlemain. And thou opposed, being of no woman born, yet I will try at last. Before my body I trow my warlike shield, lay on Macduff, and demand be him that first cries, hold, enough. Exit, fighting. Re-enter, fighting. And Macbeth is killed. Exit Macduff, dragging Macbeth's body. Inside Macbeth's castle, retreat and flourish. Enter, with drum and colours, Malcolm, Seward, Ross, and the other thanes and soldiers. I will with the friends we miss, were safe arrived. Some must go off, and yet by these I see so great a day as this is cheaply bought. Macduff is missing, and your noble son. Your son, my lord, has paid a soldier's debt. He only lived but till he was a man, the which no sooner had he powerless confirmed in the unshrinking station where he had fought, but like a man he died. Then he is dead. Ay, and brought off the field. Your cause of sorrow must not be measured by his worth, for then it hath no end. Had he his hurts before? Ay, on the front. Ay then, well, God's soldier be he. Had I as many sons as I had heirs, I would not wish them to a fairer death, and so his Neil is Noel. He's worthy more sorrow, and that I'll spend for him. He's worth no more. They say he parted well, and paid his score, and so God be with him. Here comes newer comfort. Enter Macduff with Macbeth's head. Hail, King, for so thou art. Behold, where stands the usurper's cursed head. The time is free. I see thee compassed with thine's kingdom pearl, that speak my salutation in their minds, whose voices I desire aloud with mine. Hail, King of Scotland! Hail, King of Scotland! Flourish. We shall not spend a large expense of time before we reckon with your several loves, and make us even with you, my thanes and kingsmen, henceforth be earls, the first that ever Scotland in such an honour named. What's more to do, which would be planted newly with the time, as calling home our exiled friends abroad, that fled the snares of watchful tyranny, producing forth the cruel ministries of this dead butcher and his fiend-like queen, who, as it is thought, by self and violent hands, took off her life. This, and what needful else that calls upon us, by the grace of grace, we will perform in measure, time and place. So thanks to all at once, and to each one, whom we invite to see us crowned at Scone. Flourish. You have been listening to Macbeth, read by Smith Co.